I'm starting with this whitewash board that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's about 13 inches by 4 feet, and it's already whitewashed in the center with the stained edge, and it's by the Spring Shop. I'm going to start in the top left corner with my straight edge, and I'm going to make 3 lines coming out of that left corner. Once I have the 3 lines, I'm then going to start in the top corner here, and I'm going to make little arched lines in between each straight line that we created, and now we're creating a spider web. And I'm just doing this with a pencil. It's very easy to erase if I were to mess up. And then I flipped the board to the bottom, and I did that coming out of the bottom right corner. So I have a spider web in the top left and the bottom right. And then I just took a black Sharpie marker. They also have black paint markers that you can use, and I just went on top of my pencil. I have this candy corn cutout. It came from Michael's. There was 3 in a pack. You're supposed to be able to connect them together to make a sign, but I'm just going to use one of them, so I'm filling in the hole with some wall spackle. You can also just use wood putty, whatever you have on hand. While that's drying, I'm going to spray paint some letters. I have this Glitter Blast Mystical I got from Hobby Lobby. It's from Krylon. And I'm going to spray paint my Trick and my TRET. Now the smaller letters measure about 2.5 inches and the larger letters are about 6 inches. And they were pre-painted white, and I'm just going to spray paint on top of those. Now my second spray paint is like a black with silver glitter. It's also from Krylon, and I'm going to spray paint the or. I'm going to let my letters dry, and I'm going to go back to my candy corn, and I'm going to paint that. My bottom layer, I'm going to use Wise Owl Goldenrod. And then while the paint is still wet, I have some yellow glitter. I get these glitter packs right from my local dollar store. And I'm going to cover the entire section of wet paint with the yellow glitter. I'm going to block off my center section, and then I'm going to paint my top section with Wise Owl Snow Owl. And again, while that's still wet, I'm going to take my white glitter and dump that on top of the wet paint. You can press it down a little bit to make sure that it sticks and dump any excess glitter off. Now my center section, I'm going to use my Wise Owl Mandarina. And all these paints can be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And while that section was still wet, I then took some of the orange glitter. So now we have our candy corn. You can do this any style of your choice. Once everything was dry, I then glued my letters starting at the bottom of the board. I put the T, and then I'm using the candy corn as my A. And I'm just going to measure the best that I can to put these in the center of the board. And I'm adhering them just with my hot glue gun. If this is something you're going to put outside in the cold or in the heat, I do recommend that you add some wood glue and a top coat. I'm going to stagger my trick at the top of the board. Sometimes I like to make my letters staggered. This just helps from having to keep it completely straight on my board. So I'm doing the R and the C at one level, and then I'm just moving the T, the I, and the K up a little bit. And you can always use a straight edge to help keep everything pretty even. And then the O and the R I will put between the trick and the treat. And there we go. Now we just have this very easy, fun sign that says trick or treat. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Paint products, tissue paper, transfers, and mesh stencils can all be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can also check out other tutorials on our webpage as well. Have a great day.